batteries. Now, from today, there's a new way to get around Birmingham with a fleet of more than 200 smart cars. Drivers who sign up can pick them up and drop them off at a cost of 35p a minute.
Yeah, if you've ever seen the so-called Boris bikes in London, then the concept is pretty much the same. Our transport correspondent Peter Plisner has been taking a look. The cars look very cute, Peter, but do you think this is going to take off?
Well, let's hope so, Joe. This is one of the cars they're using in the scheme. They're small, environmentally friendly and very easy to use. It's hoped that those who sign up for the scheme will eventually ditch their own cars and rely on something like this instead. There's one, there's another, and there's yet another one. The Car2Go smart cars are quite literally all over Birmingham. It's the latest concept in car hire, except with this scheme there's no need to book in advance. Although you do have to register first, after that you can use one of the 250 cars dotted around the city whenever you want. A special bit of software on your smartphone or your computer will help you locate your nearest car. Just tap on the car icons on the map and it'll tell you exactly where it is. Once you've found the car you're looking for, you swipe your membership card on a special reader in the windscreen. Then wait a couple of seconds and the car will automatically unlock. And then, as it says on the door, you can jump in and drive off.
Enter your PIN code on the Car2Go touchscreen.
Birmingham's the 19th city to get a Car2Go scheme. Those behind it say, unlike other car clubs before it, this scheme will catch on.
We've discovered that 90% of the time, the average car is just sitting outside the house or home. And they're very expensive. It can cost between £3,000 to £5,000 a year to run a car. This is obviously a far more cost-effective option.
But cost-effective for everyone? This morning the scheme was being promoted at universities in the city. So will students sign up?
I think it's a pretty good idea. It's worked in other cities and I think you don't have to buy your own car. It's more convenient for travelling around the city.
I think the idea works. If I need a quick car, maybe I'm going out on a trip with my friends, probably use like a service like this.
But the big question is, will it help reduce pollution in the city? Environmentalists remain sceptical.
If it's actually being used by people who otherwise might have used public transport or would have maybe cycled or walked, in which case then obviously that's increasing those same emissions and the congestion caused by the car. So I think it depends, whether it's making it easier for people to make a greener choice or whether it's actually possibly encouraging people to make something which is maybe not so environmentally friendly.
It's the car equivalent of the so-called Boris bike scheme in London. And with hundreds of cars instead of bikes, there's plenty of opportunity to try one out for yourself.
Peter, it sounds a very exciting scheme, but I was just doing the maths there. 35p a minute, it's quite expensive, isn't it?
It does seem expensive on the face of it, but bear in mind you're getting insurance and the petrol thrown in as part of that 35p. There is also an hourly rate of around £14 and a daily rate of around £60. So that's pretty comparable to normal hire charges, but the benefit here is you don't have to book in advance.
And how far can you go in the car? I'm guessing you can't take it to London and back.
You can make as long a journey as you want, but you do pay more the further you go. It's basically just a real city car and designed for short journeys around Birmingham. That's really what it's designed for, and I think if you take it a long way, then you might as well hire a normal car.
And are there special places where you pick up and drop off?
Well, that's the beauty of this scheme. With normal hire cars, you have to go to a specific place. Even with car clubs, the original type, you had to go to a designated spot. Here you can pick the car up, as you saw on the film, you look on an iPhone app and you can find where the car is. Then you can drop it off wherever you want as well in a defined zone, which includes the city centre and some parts of South Birmingham.
Interesting stuff. Peter Plisner, thank you.